Lay low, mate, on the beat.
Cowboys Raw Uncut. 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 Cowboys Raw Uncut.
Yeah, we back, man. Cowboys Raw Uncut. It's the crew back in studio, man. Them Seagulls, man. We gotta talk about it, man. That 41-7, they put burgers on us. I mean, hey, where do we go from here, crew? What's our mindset going from here, man? 41-7. It's like we were first talking about all this fight and this effort and all this stuff that we were showing coming down the stretch. Why didn't that show up in this game against the Seagulls?
It did at first.
It did?
It's like just like it did the last game. We came out first 2 quarters or the first few drives, and we don't score, and it gets deflating. Same as it was last time. Like, we had a chance to be up 14-0 on them. 2 drives, the first one, with Cooper throw. When Cooper throws that pick, you see Fergie run across the middle wide open. You know what I mean? Because really, Brian blew that coverage. When he missed that and Gardner Johnson got that pick, we were driving in the money zone.
Yeah.
The money zone of the field. And then the next drive, we came down, scored, we was good. You know what I mean? If I'm right, we did score the very next drive, didn't we? Yeah, so that just tells you to move the ball and have Kenny Pickett on his heels early. We had him on his heels early. Like, they didn't look like they looked like they were surprised by us. So to do that and not get and to not be up, and then we got hit in the mouth and laid down in fetal position. That's all it was. They hit us back and we stopped fighting. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's all it was, man.
That Fergie turnover killed our momentum.
That was crucial.
It looked bad, though.
I know the pick 6 was crucial, but that Fergie fumble was. It looked like all the wind left up out of our outfit.
Yeah, and it did. You could tell the team just kind of fell off. They was playing. They looked winded. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always a step behind. You let Kenny Pickett catch a rhythm, and then they would start to be able to run the ball. And poor Booth, bro. Like,
trash. Ain't no poor Booth. You trash, man. You get paid, man.
Bro, poor you, bro. Like.
How did he make it back to the court, to the field, man?
We had got rid of him. It's like he went away for a little while, and then we had another scapegoat. Then we had the scapegoat with 27. That's 27. That's Amari, So first you watch, it's like this year, our DBs, our third and under DBs, all got picked on at one point. Carson got picked on. 27 and got picked on. 25 then got picked on. Like them three. And Carson,
trash.
But Carson had his moments more than 27 and 25 did. You know what I'm saying? So when they were in the game, they got attacked in the way Devontae Smith was just able to do whatever he wanted to. Anytime they lined him up, it's just barbecue chicken. And that's what he was, man. Like, you watch him out there, bro. It was embarrassing, though.
That's a Heisman Trophy winner
versus somebody who ain't supposed to be he ain't supposed to be seeing the field, man.
He's nowhere near.
Well,
as I said, poor you, bro. You was just out of breath.
Gonna murder him anyway.
That's rough, man. That's embarrassing. That was an embarrassing performance, bro.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't Zim send no help that way?
Why wouldn't Zim?
Who's he gonna send the help? We was on our 8th.
Malik. You got to put somebody over there with him.
Safety over the top or something. You see him line up. You need help.
He was getting beat.
Linebacker undercut. You need help.
He was getting beat off the ball. He was getting beat off the ball quick.
I mean, that's why you need to have somebody already over.
Who you gonna put over there then?
Whoever's the safety over there need to roam up under.
No one was over there. Period.
No one was over there. Period. No one was over there, period. You right. I mean, I'll give it to you. You right.
You right. When you see him line over there, you see the receiver run over there, you need to swing a safety over there somewhere, bring a linebacker over there, because dude is barbecue chicken. Like you said, off the jump. Off the height, burnt. I say, whoa.
Spinning around in circles.
Whoa. Height, burnt. I was like, oh, no, man. And my man is in full stride.
Right. Right.
behind him. I said,
Right.
oh, this is bad.
Chase.
And you know what's so bad, bro? You could
Chasing
look
for a
on
long
the
time.
you could look on the receiver. You could look on the receiver's face
Try
and
and
know
catch
what he
that
got.
bus.
Bro, you could look on Devontae's face and seeing that I'm gonna eat. You know what I
I'm
mean?
eating.
It's
Man.
a mismatch. You know, mouse in the house. That's exactly what that was, bro.
Man
It's
said,
I
man, he
seen-
can't guard me.
He can't guard me.
What
Give
he
me the
was
ball.
supposed to do to
Yeah.
him, you know.
Because what they said we didn't had 8 different DBs, man, and that's rough.
Is that what we got?
They said we didn't see 8
was
different
loose
DBs
so
this
far
year,
down
dog.
in the practice
That's
squad.
crazy.
Man, you
Different
could have got
deep.
rid of half of them and brought Gilly back.
I
Right.
mean, you could have, but that's only one. We went down to 8, bro.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
half
We went
of
down
them
to
was
8,
get half. Okay, you had
Kalen.
trash. God, I don't know about that, man. They trash,
So,
man.
yeah, Kalen. So we just seen
Trash.
I thought Amani was doing all right though.
Awani, yeah, Mario.
Yeah, I thought he was.
27?
Yeah, I thought he was doing
Yesterday,
okay.
in the season.
I'm saying before we had to put Booth in because dude 27 Amani got hurt, and that's why Booth was out there.
Yeah.
I thought Amani with Bland, I thought they were doing okay. You know what I'm saying?
But
So-
you think we didn't Bland miss time, Diggs missed time. Jay Lou's been healthy all season, right? Has he missed time this year?
Yeah,
think he
I
missed the
think he
game.
missed.
He missed a
Yeah.
game, but
he only
he's
missed
been
a
by
game.
far healthiest.
Why wouldn't you
He's
put
been-
Jay Lou over?
But Jay Lou, you got to keep him in the slot.
Man,
And
nah,
that's what he
at
should
this
have
point
been.
you don't. At
Nah.
this point, the house is on fire. Grab the women and kids.
you don't
the
got-
house was on fire, man.
Jay Lou would have
Right.
fought with him. Jay Lou would have fought with him, but we know
They ain't
that.
gonna do nothing. They just gonna play find the bum.
Find the bone. Find the bone.
Make them look, man. Make them look, man.
You gotta
Where's
find-
Waldo? Make
you
them
gotta
find
find-
them. Make them find. They didn't have to find them. They dragging them out, and dude is running right with them. Make them look.
You gotta find the bone.
All you gotta do, I heard he is. You gonna throw
We
it
gonna throw it over
Man,
there.
I understand that, but look for him, man. We didn't even make them look. Here he go. We telling you, here he go.
Yeah.
Line them up
do
one on
you-
one, man coverage. Come on, Zim. Come on.
Do
one
you
on-
think that he didn't trust Bland enough with AJ? That's why he didn't get that help over there?
Yeah, he trusted him enough with AJ to lock him down. I don't think it was helping Bland much, was it? I didn't see him, but Bland was shadowing Brown all game.
Yeah.
If I'm correct. So we knew what we was doing with the number one. We put our number one on their number one. Whatever we wasn't gonna do, we wasn't gonna let AJ Brown have a big game on us. And
So
he did what he-
how wasn't there no help on the other side at all then? If they wasn't looking over there.
Saquon maybe.
Right, look
Saquon?
ass off, man.
Saquon, loading.
He ain't
Did
got
we
nothing.
load? I mean, to
Yeah,
be
he got
honest,
nobody but Malik Hook out there who's gonna
that's
cover
it.
something.
Yeah, because Donovan Wilson's trying to hit something. That's all
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna
just
do. Who
run
else you gonna
around.
put? Who else you gonna?
mean,
Everybody
that-
else. So you got
but-
Kendricks. You
All
got
you gotta do is look
Kendricks.
him off, give him a little shot.
Who you
Malik
gonna put over
Hooker.
there? Who you gonna put over there?
Malik?
Malik Hooker. You think he's
Trash.
Gonna,
28.
yeah.
I mean, he's trash, but I'm
He's
just
slow, though.
saying,
I
told
is
you,
it
man.
better than having zero over?
He's slow, bro. He's slow too, bro. We was
That's
in
why
mismatch.
Try to
you
get
need a-
looked off, man.
Bro, we
That's
was in
why
a
you need,
mismatch
like
position.
you said, a Gilly
So we
type
let-
of caliber player. That's why you
Run
need a
back
Gilly
the run
caliber
game,
player.
worried
Because
about that.
We let
Devonta's no-
McKee and Pickett look us off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
wasn't that, bro. It was Saquon. If it wasn't that, bro,
Well, you
like,
can't.
gotta.
Well, how's
how
it
many
Saquon? And
go
he
for
still
us
got
yesterday?
200 yards on us, man.
And how
That's
was
'cause they
it
stopped throwing the ball.
Saquon when he been at the Giants and done had terrible quarterbacks and that wasn't happening
He's
with
playing
the
one of the best
Giants?
offensive lines in the NFL.
Okay,
He's
so
playing
it's
the best
more
offensive
than
lines
just
in the NFL.
Saquon.
Yeah.
See what I'm
he's
saying?
playing. Yeah, but Saquon, that offensive line, they was doing. I give it to him. They was putting pause on Michael. They put
Man,
pause on
Micah
Michael.
was,
Chipping him.
Micah
But
didn't
Lane
make
Johnson
no
did his thing, bro. Lane
noise
Johnson did
They
his
until
kept chipping him.
well after
Nah,
Saquon
bro.
left the
A
game.
lot
Man, he
of
had
that-
2 tackles, man, and they was made into the 4th.
A lot of that
See,
was
he
one on
getting
one.
chipped all
A lot of
game.
that was one on one, and Lane
Man-
Johnson did what he was supposed to.
Man,
bro.
game records get chipped every game. You think Bose ain't getting chipped right now? As we doing this, you don't think he's getting chipped?
Yeah, he might be.
But
But he got other players to step up
Dude,
for
for
him.
Cleveland, you don't think he's getting chipped?
But them
But
offensive-
they still making plays.
them offensive
I'm not
linemen-
saying you got to dominate, but at some point you still got to make a play.
But those offensive linemen in Philly is a lot of them tackles are good enough to where you can leave them on the island with Michael. They left and right tackle.
Nah,
is
they was
good.
chipping him.
Bro, Lane Johnson had paws on Michael. They showed it all night. Lane Johnson had paws on Michael, bro. So when you see
Around
that-
his neck.
yeah, I agree too. But they stopped him.
Mike
they
ain't
stopped
gonna
him.
get no call.
Yeah, Mike ain't gonna get no calls. And he gets low like that. That's what they gonna do.
And to me, they should know better, man. Move him around.
Move him around.
That linebacker sometimes, man. So they,
Well, how can you put him in linebacker? What are you gonna do with Maris and EK if you do that?
They get out of the way.
Sit on over to the side.
But we
What
also
you doing on
Get on out the way.
running
Let
on
the
past
line
them
roll.
too, man.
you also
Hey,
gotta think so
Put
next.
him and Lil out there together.
But next season you gotta think you got a healthy Sam Williams coming back. You got hopefully a healthy D Law coming back, and with with Marshawn Nealon, you know he's
Promising.
He's promising. That's the word. He has potential. So you think with.
I need some
And if we
moves.
can keep digging,
I ain't
if we
sold
can
on
keep
that.
digging, you know, if we can keep digging,
I ain't sold on
you
none
can
of
put
that.
Micah at linebacker and keep him off the edge and be good.
Yeah.
You know, you can do that, bro.
None of that swung the needle for me. That ain't what we got. That coming back ain't like we went to the playoffs now. I was just showing
Yeah, you can
John
put him there.
the
That's
playoff
formidable.
team was 13 and 14 wins.
That's what Kendrick deserves.
Out of the way, he gonna play at
Nah, that ain't
Bro,
swinging the needle.
so a D-Law, Diggy.
We can't
Marshawn
say
Nealon.
Diggy yet, cause I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. I'm saying if we do keep them, that's a formidable front four. You know.
So
what I mean?
what
With
do you
Nealon,
do-
Unless you get another big defensive tackle?
what do you do
That ain't
with
it. That
Osa
ain't
and
gonna do it.
Chauncey?
I mean, I
two
like
pla-
Chauncey too. And so who else?
Osa and Chauncey. Do
Osa
you
and Chauncey,
who
they-
do you sign?
You gonna
They
sign
both
Osa?
free agents.
Osa. Easy.
100 million.
100 million. I mean,
No, sir.
I mean, bro.
That's
No,
what he gonna want.
Why not? That's a position can you draft better? Yeah, how long you really to wait for draft?
I
how
mean,
long
for
you really
100
wait?
million, is it going to be another defensive tackle better? Do you think he's a 100 million player?
Is it one better? Is the question? That's a better question.
I got to look at the
What
list.
you got to replace and what you got to come in. So
I'm
again,
saying is to you, is he worth 100 million?
I mean, is he worth it and will he get it and does he deserve it? It's two different things. Or do we need to pay him? Like those all kind of go into that because if you don't,
You
if
have to
you
pay
have
Micah.
something
How
better,
you giving
don't
him
have to pay
100? You still got to pay Micah.
Well, you pay
still
Micah
got to
first.
pay Rico.
Well, you don't pay him now.
I think you should make it happen.
You don't pay him.
I ain't giving him 100. I don't want to give him 100 million.
Ghost might not want that much.
I ain't see 100 million worth of
Ghost
production.
and Diggy's younger. Diggy's younger.
That came in the same draft.
Nah, that's ain't-
Is it the same draft? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm going with Diggy anyway. Bigger body.
I think Ghostin is a little bit more position flexibility in the Osa.
So you would go with Ghostin?
Yeah, I mean, you gonna be cheap about it if you want to pick one out of the other. Give
Yeah.
you the flexibility.
You want the
I
cheap one?
take that one too.
You want the cheap one?
I ain't paying 100.
You ain't paying 100 to Osa. No,
I ain't paying 100.
You gonna let him walk?
he's good, man. But
Shit, we let everybody else walk. Like, man, that's where we drawing the line at. We can't let him walk.
you let a lot of them go. They was
Man,
pretty
you
can
decent
keep
in that
him-
spot.
I'm saying him
He'll
versus
be in
Ghostin.
Washington next year.
That's what I about to say. He'll be. I don't, they got.
Bro, Diggy's coming along, bro. The quality D tackle play, dog. Quality D tackle play is hard to come by, bro.
Yeah, but not for
Now when we ain't had one, we finally got a decent one.
not
Now we finally got a
100 million,
decent one.
though.
You let him walk and start all over in the middle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need it. That's why I'm saying, like, can you do better? Can you replace it? That's the
Be able
question.
to. You need to get somewhere that's gonna at least get past that level.
Another 3 years?
That's raw. You
gotta wait another 3
you have
years?
to get something.
So that means you got to drive a first rounder.
Not necessarily.
Where you gonna get instant production out of D tackle like that?
You ain't unless you go get one in the offseason. Unless you get one.
And now we
that's
spending money
really
on some
rated
other
in the
position.
First round grade is up high though.
If the deal's right, I say pay
Which
Diggy.
is no.
What do you consider right? You just said 100 million was
100
right.
million, how they gonna play it? How's it break up? How's it affect? How's it? You know, you gotta see how they pay him. You know, I don't know how it affect the cap. I'm ignorant in that situation, but at the same time, if you could make it work and keep other core players, if somebody can find a way to make that deal work, I'm taking Diggy over. Ghostin.
So
I would rather that an interior player myself. I mean, 100 million just sounds kind of expensive. I'll look and evaluate what these other guys are getting paid as far as their stats and see if it's, the comparable salary based off that, what they're paying the players now. And if it's, if it's comparable, if it's not overpaying, then I would prefer to have that interior back myself.
Everybody's gonna get overpaid when it comes to us.
okay, so speaking of a player getting paid, Rico, he had they ran the ball 30 times. Rico had 23 carries, 104 yards. He eclipsed at 1,000 yards that he needed. How much do y'all think he's gonna get paid?
Less than Pollard. He better get less than Pollard. Then Apollo on it.
All right, now how much do y'all think he gonna get paid? How much
do
do y'all think Rico will want, and do y'all want Rico back?
What you think, John?
No disrespect to Rico. I like Rico. I would like to see him back. I'm not real sold on him. I just, I like his hustle. I like his hard nose. He's a north and south runner.
It sound like you sold.
Well,
You gonna give him 8? You gonna give him 8?
well, look, put it this way. No, well, put it this way. Put it this way. I would like to. I would like to, get a Batman and Robin. I like to do what a lot of teams are doing. I like to get, Sonic and Knuckles is what Detroit has, and I don't know what Tampa calls, Bucky and White. But look, man, it's enough room to get 2 solid backs and just use backs and do a whole lot with them like those teams are doing.
We tried it.
Well,
I wasn't saying for what.
You got to
get
the right
For what?
kind.
What'd
You
you
got
want
to
two
get the
backs
right
for?
kind, like a Cheney Mostert when he first got there. You know what I mean? You just got to use them the right way and get the right backs. I'm not saying I like Rico, and I'm not saying he's not the guy, but I need someone who's got a little more pop and kick, who can get to that line and pop one way or another way, who can put his head down in the barrel. I need a little bit more, man. Rico just doesn't have that.
So
to
what
me.
does
That's
that
all
player
I'm saying.
look like? I'm saying, what kind of player are you seeing in the draft that has that?
The boy's a kid. I mean, we're not going to get him. No, we're not going to get him. So I'm not
He
even.
might be available then.
Okay, well the boy's a kid. Look, I'm not saying take him
I'm
over
with you.
wide receiver either.
I'm with you.
But
I'm with
just
you with the
saying,
boys. He gives you a little pop.
Just a little more pop.
But if you're looking at the Cowboys and what we need, running back right now ain't gonna make us any better than where we at. We got a 1,000-yard back who wasn't even really the primary back for 3 or 4 games. You got a 1,000-yard back, and you're still struggling. So getting another back that's gonna pop for 1,200, you still gonna struggle. You need some help in other places.
But I think that that's
true.
That's true. I think that we're giving Rico the opportunities late, which is kind of the difference. And I think if you get another one of them running backs, that helps our quarterback, our next year quarterback. That he doesn't have right. That he has a little bit more of security blankets around him. Look, if a wide receiver say there's not a top wide receiver,
run the ball enough with one back. How we gonna run it with
I've
2?
been waiting to ask that the whole time. Because I've been sitting over waiting. I'm waiting for him to end.
I'm like, running it with one.
What do we need
what
2
we're
for?
Doing, what we've been doing the last 3 or 4 games. If that's something we take and carry on the next
mirage,
year,
bro.
It's possible. But maybe
it's fake dope.
Maybe he's finally
selling soap.
He's finally looking and he has seen that. Look, maybe it is possible to run a ball. Maybe not.
I'm saying he ran it 30 times, man. At that point, I wanted to abort the run.
He was trying to abort the game. If I run this ball, I get this game
man.
over.
I'm saying, why you won't run it now? You ain't been running it.
He called his.
He's wasting that clock. He's killing
Coaches
that clock.
quit too.
He's
So
killing that
the
clock.
team quit.
Y'all what we're living in right now is a fantasy world. When that come back, we're gonna start slinging it another 40 times, and we need to get a receiver. Rico is good enough for the offense that we run. The way that our lack of use of a run game, Rico is perfectly fine for what we do. Get receivers, get
I
an
agree.
offensive line, and let Dak throw the ball. Because that's what you're gonna do with McCarthy.
Get a
Unless
defense.
we change offensive coordinators, or coaches, is the only way we're going to turn back into a run team. We know he's going to pass the ball. We've been saying it for long, and this right here, what we have is fake. It's just there because of lack of talent. That's why Rico's benefiting from injuries right now. This is the trickle down effect. Because now you don't have receivers to throw the ball to.
Same thing.
You said
when
what?
you change coaches, you can get another coach to do the same thing.
You could.
Jerry's
That's
selling
what you wanna
tickets,
do.
man. It's about selling hot dogs, beers, and tickets.
No.
Yeah, man.
Because the
That's
offensive line, when the
man,
offensive line was real deal, we was running
Hey,
the
man,
ball.
that's what the NFL's about.
It's a real.
All these cold teams like Minnesota getting domes because you're not going to sell $1 million worth of hot chocolates, man. Nobody's going to be in a Super Bowl in sub-degree weather watching games. It's not entertaining anymore. Everything's going to be in a dome from now on out, Super Bowls, and they want things to be high scoring. That sells tickets.
You can do it with a run game. With
He's
the right
going
running
to
backs
throw
and
that
right offensive
ball.
line. Bro, I'm saying
Because
you
your
can
next
be.
coach is going to be Kellen Moore.
You can be.
When this doesn't work out.
Okay,
just telling you.
speaking.
I'm just telling you
Okay,
what's
so
gonna
let's
be.
let before y'all go down that
I'm not- I
road.
was just
Before
saying
y'all
that's
go
what's gonna
down
be.
the road. Before y'all go down the road.
Yeah, here he
If
goes, man.
McCarthy were to be replaced, and these were your three choices that you could have, would you take Kellen Moore, Al Harris, or Jason Witten as your head coach?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Physical challenge.
I'm gonna go with that.
Dump the slime on me.
I'm going to say
I'm gonna go with Al Harris.
I'm going to say D, please. Is there a D? It's just A, B, or C, huh?
A, B, or C.
Oh, wow.
These are your choices.
I fuck with Al. I like Al. I just don't know if he's ready to run the whole team. I like Al. I like his
So what if that
interaction
could
with the
happen?
kids. I'm kind of leaning towards Witten.
Well, why wouldn't?
I don't know. He's offensive minded. I don't know. I'm leaning towards Witten.
So you've seen more from what you would think that you have. So you would pick a Jason Witten over Al Harris, who has experience and grinded for that position.
What experience does he have running the team? He hasn't even ran the defense.
Yeah, but we've seen him be a leader, and we watched things improve under.
You have not seen him be a leader. You've seen him interacting with the players.
I've seen he's the only person interacting with the
Yeah,
players.
I like that.
Transformed that DB.
Yeah, he did. dog.
So your
He
choice
did.
would be Al
He
Harris,
did, bro.
Terry? Are you
I mean,
on
over
record?
Jason Witten. What do I know about Jason Witten's
One
offense?
if you put a
about
A1 staff around Jason Witten.
Offensive coordinator, huh?
What if you put a nice solid staff around him?
Yeah, you'd have a nice sauce.
You keep Zim.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, what makes it? Why? Just because the Jason Witten that we watch play, we know more about. We have more evidence on Al Harris coaching.
Man,
What do you have from Jason Witten that makes you think he's going to be a good coach, other than the
bow
way that he
out
played
Jay Moore,
football?
Dre.
Being a leader on the team of the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's just because.
Brian said he liked that.
Dre?
I mean, it might be a dope idea. I don't know. I'm just saying, if I'm going by evidence, I'm taking the person with the
Kellen.
experience.
I
take
think
him.
Benz be tripping sometimes, man.
I mean, what kind of offense you want to
He
have?
calling him a Gerald.
I can't even front with those three. I'm going to tell you honestly. I'm taking more.
OG's talking about Kellen. How y'all feel about him?
Out of those three,
Matt
I'm
Moore.
taking more, man.
What'd you say, Matt Moore?
Taking Kellen Moore.
Said, boy,
Over
Kellen Moore.
those three, man.
You ain't here
just
no more.
Being
You got to come back and look.
being at Dallas
Right.
OC,
Right.
being at the Chargers OC,
I'ma
being
clip
at
that out,
Philly
too.
OC. He's just more experienced, in my opinion. To if it's those three, he's just more experienced, in my opinion, to run the team.
Who, Kellen Moore?
Yeah.
Well, we know what type of offense you're going to get with him. You know what you're going to get with him. Is that what you want?
I mean,
we've seen his audition. Like, he's been here. What made him change?
But-
now
but-
he's in a really good.
But I don't know what Witten. I don't know what Witten's going to do on this level. If he has some type of resume, whether it was OC, whether it was a quarterback coach, it was something. I have something to stand on. So I don't know.
High
what he's gonna
school.
bring.
I would disagree with you on Kellen Moore. I haven't seen him be a leader of men to be a head coach. I can say that for Witten.
Al Harris.
I can say
Yeah,
that for
but
Al Harris.
we don't
You
know
what
that
I'm
he
saying?
can't. That he can't be. Usually, offensive coordinators generally kind of sit back and do their job. They're generally not like defensive coordinators
look
are really
like-
guys
You
that
can
you
be a
see
defense-
kind of
he don't look
motivate
like-
more.
he don't
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
could you see
Vocal
Kellen
more.
applying discipline when needed?
Those-
I don't know.
Because, yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Tied up in the locker room.
What do you say, Coach?
I don't know that he can, but I know that
Yeah, keep up.
he's a player. you know, he's played with us. He's a coach. I don't know if guys respect him a little differently like they would Witten. You know, I think all three would get the respect from the guys because they're players. They've been players.
Once he get to the point of a coaching a game where it's out of hand and the players are looking at you like, damn, coach, what's up, man? And you ain't got to answer that one passionate ass player come over and getting your shit. He's gonna be out there punked out. Little Michael headset gonna get crooked in there.
So that's why you go get your wide receiver coach like a Keenan McCardell or something. Not him personally, but just somebody who has respect in the league from players, and you bring them to control those mentalities of, you know.
Why we bringing in a coach? You gotta go get an assistant for backup.
No, but
well, you got assistants anyway. Go bring in playmaker.
But think of it.
Bring in somebody to listen to.
So,
I mean, you
so
know.
you got three players. You got three
bring
different
in
scenarios.
anyway.
John, you got a person. You got a person, John, that you've seen what they can do. You got one, you've seen what they can do, and they've already been here and showed you a little bit.
What have you seen?
Kellen Moore. I'm talking Kellen Moore.
What have you seen him do?
No, I'm saying he's been around. He's called plays for us, and we did nothing with it. He's called plays for us. So as a head, offensively. So as a head coach, so I know what you're built of.
I wouldn't say we've done nothing with it. We didn't do anything in the playoffs, but we had #1 leading offense in the NFL leagues.
And then it fell off, and then it got boring.
I'm not saying that meant anything. We didn't do anything in the playoffs, but we've seen him lead the league in offense on multiple occasions.
So you've seen his audition. You got one you have no evidence on, and you got one who you've seen be a leader of men and
as a player. And no, I'm talking about the no evidence is Jason Witten, but you know his background. You know we don't have to sit there and talk about that. But I'm saying as Al Harris, as far as coaching, just coaching, you have no evidence on what Jason Witten could bring to you. You know, but Al Harris, you've watched him transform that DB room. You've watched him be a presence on the sideline. You watch players. But you can always have somebody else call plays.
Let me
you
ask
can always
you
have somebody else call the plays, and you're just the leader of the team.
Let me ask you this. Let's get the money.
Yeah, head
You're just the
coach
leader
is
of the team. Head coach is just the head coach.
Let
You
me
got
ask
somebody
you.
else to call a defense. Trying to run
Let me
offense.
ask you
Look,
something
be
real
a
talk.
head coach. Grab the team. Keep them together. Let somebody else handle duties. You're just the leader.
Well, let me
know,
ask you
like it's a
something.
fire.
That's
You
true.
can do
Real
it. I'm
talk.
okay with that. I'm okay with Al Harris.
Real talk. This is something, and you know, and I'll put it out there. I don't have a problem with it. Is Jerry gonna hire a black man to run that team?
Yeah, I can see it.
Let's be realistic.
We just were saying Dion was gonna be there.
I'll put it out there. Now.
But you just said
I'll put it out. I will put it out there. I'll be the one to come out and say it. Is he gonna do that?
But we said if he's gonna hire Prime, is Prime not?
That's
we
a
believe
good.
he
That's
Prime.
a
I
good.
mean, we think he'll hire Prime. We don't
Have
know
we-
if he's gonna hire Prime.
Have we had a black coordinator? Have we had a black coordinator?
Okay, black or white. He's about to.
He said, well, we only had coordinator.
Quincy Morgan, maybe.
And that's what
I mean,
I
that's
think
what
so,
that by default. I think they had to, wasn't it?
Who's that?
Black quarterback.
Coordinator.
Yeah, Quincy. Yeah.
Oh, he's a
Coordinator.
I'm
No,
sorry, I
no.
said-
Not an OC. Not that I know of. Not an
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Not a DC.
You say
OC.
you
But
can
last
say.
week, wasn't it last week?
I mean,
I was
you
on
can
the
say what you want,
Prime
man.
train.
You can say what you want, but you know how I feel about that dude. Y'all been knowing how I felt about that dude for the last 10 years, man. And it ain't no secret.
Yeah, but at the same time, were you on the Prime train last week when we were talking about it?
I mean, I would be okay with hiring him, but that's because we want him. I mean,
But the question is, would Jerry hire?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
Who, you know?
I agree. Like, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. And again, that's why I don't think that Prime will come. But at the same time, because it's different when that's a different type of boss right there. But
no, he was speaking on Willie Harm because of the race situation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a different type
Not,
of boss right there.
not,
If
not
that's-
what
No, that's
he
what I'm
was
saying. It's a
talking
different
about.
type of boss
Because
right
if that's
there.
the
You know what I'm
case,
saying? It's a different
if
type
that's
of
the
boss.
case, let's go get Flores. And I'm not tripping.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean,
Flores is black Hispanic.
I'm
But
just
my
saying.
thing is that, like, I just.
What
You got
he
Will
do?
McClay up there in
Oh,
one of
well,
the top
he's
positions in the NFL.
He's a defensive juggernaut. His
Running the
defense is
team, getting
proven.
the
And he
glory.
wasn't that bad for
wouldn't
Miami.
he have
I don't think he would. That's what I'm saying. I don't think if it lines up, if it lines up.
He's not making some money.
When you look at
Jerry's
his
gonna do
team,
it,
it
man.
wasn't
Yeah.
loaded. He wasn't that bad. He's a Belichick disciple as he's younger, man. He's got that demeanor. You know, he's got that, you know, but I'm not saying, you know, anybody. I'm okay with Harris, too. I'm all right with Harris, but I just don't think he would get offered the job. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can see it too.
And he shouldn't though, because of the Dallas Cowboys. You should only go get the best. You should. That's the brand.
We didn't go get the best with McCarthy.
I'm not against Al. I'm not against Al.
It was sold that we did.
I'm not against Al either.
It was
I
sold
don't know
that
if
we
he's
did.
That's
got
what
too
we
much
do. We know
experience,
now.
but
We smarter now.
is he gonna hire?
We've been
Nah,
there.
we not smarter.
I mean, we are, but
It's another coach out there with a brick under his belt. We gonna try to get that and say that.
and make it work.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
we
now
got
know,
one, right?
But now you
talking about Ben Johnson,
you can't
right?
fool us now. You can't fool us now. We good. Not us. You can fool Jerry, but Jerry can try this shit. But as fans, we're getting smarter. I think. I don't know if it's smarter, but we're taking the glasses off.
I think we just numb.
Jerry hit that $1 billion status for the Cowboys, man. He just got all about that money.
Man, I guess they thought that, man.
Because, like, man, we used to go get everybody. He used to be on it.
I think so. I think he got that $1 billion and decided let's keep it in house. I don't even think that. I just think he's more focused on remaining the number one valued franchise more than winning. If he can stay at the number one valued franchise and we still relevant but not winning, he's cool because he's winning. If he has to win to keep that status, then he'll do what we got to do to win. As long as he see that we don't have to win to keep that status, I don't think he really care about winning.
So was that telling when the Eagle fans was trolling them like, "Do a good job"? Were you doing a good job, Jerry? And you know how you do you think he was playing it off well in that situation?
He might be that slow. He might thought it was a real.
Nah, I was looking at his face. He's hurt.
He's hurt.
He was hurt.
When he was in the stands.
He was sitting. Yeah.
I seen when he was in the stands.
When I'm talking about when they was all turning around.
They all turned around, looked at him. Dog.
He was sad, man. He was
hurt.
dejected right
You
there.
can see Steven's face, dog.
Yeah,
That was rough,
yeah,
man. That was rough. I'm glad he's feeling it. He need to feel it, though. Bro, you got 40 dropped on you multiple times, dog. Like,
Man,
we
didn't get burgers at all this year, man. We did not get burgers, but yet and still we gave out multiple teams burgers, man.
Dog. We've been getting, bro. We ain't
That's
just
rough.
been losing. We ain't just been
It's
losing.
rough.
We've been getting thumped.
And then we ain't writing it up to losing all his talent either, man.
Man, I
Because
just seen
guess
the
what?
interview with Stephen Jones where he said, you know, it might be the world's smallest violin. You know, you might be whining, but at
He
the same
always
time,
say that shit.
at the same time, 50% of our salary cap is out on IR, and you know, blah blah.
Dre, tell him what to do, man.
Look at the San Francisco 49ers. Most of their
Slap yourself with a glizzy.
team is on IR. Most of their salary cap is on IR. Man, making excuses, man. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, spend some of that money.
They ain't doing that.
Spend some of that money.
Like, y'all just not that smart. Y'all don't know how to finesse money, but y'all billionaires. All right, man.
So after the
Y'all doing too much recruiting in Arkansas, and you know, getting fights, and you know,
yeah, he's spending that money
spending
for
that money
Arky.
doing a
Yeah.
whole lot of other stuff, man. He's not worried about
use the
football. He's
salary
trying to get
cap,
his hand. He's trying to put his hand, dip him
That's
down,
cool.
and
All that
everything
money-
else, trying to get
that
money.
money's
Spend
his.
some of that money, man.
Whatever you're
cap
doing
is
over
cap.
our money is his, but the business money that goes to players, use that money, bro. It's just gonna sit there. You can't go get nothing else. You can't go get no gas for the jet. I mean, for
How
the,
much was
you know what I'm
how much
saying?
was he holding on
The
to this
chopper.
year? How much did we hold on to at the end of the season that we could have used?
Once he signed in, like 20-something
20-some million.
You know why though? Because he knows what the cap's going to be in the future.
Yeah.
It's
he knows
$275.
already.
Spend some of that money,
So
man.
you taking the you taking the
But
loss
we
on the
account
side.
for a
Right.
263 according to them. 263 to 275. It'll go up to next year.
Yeah.
He's silly.
So it'll have us how much? What is that?
A whole lot. They got a lot of money to spend, man. Quick and silly.
What we gonna
You know,
do?
working contracts, man. That's what y'all do. That's
You
why the
gonna
NFLPA got y'all.
He gonna let Michael. He gonna let
Yeah.
Michael tap him. He gonna let Michael. He gonna let Michael Segura smack him. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. Michael, you know what's coming. You know you got it, Jared, man. Michael gonna go nuts.
He was silly looking, man. He was hurt.
So,
So
a lot
do we-
of the players, man, a lot of the players are still in support of Mike McCarthy, right? But yesterday they were talking to Turpin in the locker room, man. This is what he had to say.
Man, I just feel like, man, at the end of the day, you know, CD gone, we wasn't really calling no pass plays. You know, we just run the ball, throwing check downs. And I just feel like, man, if you want to see how we were doing, man, it wasn't no players downfield that we can, get jiggy.
Does that sound like he was in support of the coach?
Not Not at all.
No, it sounds like
Called him out.
Yeah, it's like saying, hey, man, you know, our number one receiver gone, so you ain't got no trust in
And now
nobody but
CD
him.
ain't in there.
That's
You
the way I
don't
took
throw
it.
the
Yeah,
ball
you don't
no
throw the
more.
ball
Yeah.
when CD ain't in there.
But my-
They got tight, man.
But my
I took it as
thing
a-
with Turk though, man, a couple passes got thrown your way, dog, and you can't catch balls like that, man.
Yeah, but
Stay quiet.
I mean, I'm with you when you're right. A couple of them did, man. I'm with you when you're right.
I'm saying he's not that kind of receiver.
I'm with you when you're right.
He's not that kind of receiver, man. Look, there go Terry. There you go with that
You grow
immature
up
ass
this
shit,
time
man.
again.
So there you go, dog.
I
There you
ain't
go,
even
man. Pause, man. You gotta say pause with these YNs in
Rick
there,
gonna let me
man.
be immature
I ain't
by
said a word,
myself. Yeah, look, Rick gonna let me be immature by myself.
So
He's
do
better.
you think
left me
Terp
alone,
is
dog.
able to catch
say
some
it.
of those throws?
he can. He has the speed to do it. He has the speed.
Does he have the hands though?
I mean, yeah.
He's caught some balls before, D. I give him that. I ain't said, but see, we should hit there. You go. Pause, man. You know what I'm saying?
We immature. I was doing good this Terry
Hey,
time.
man, we cutting up for the end of the new year.
What's
man.
wrong with him?
Yeah, I don't.
What's wrong with him, man?
It's just
Let
me
the
and Terry,
man-
the
Bro,
immature
I
ones,
ain't got my
fellas.
glasses. I
When-
just looked down.
I heard myself.
My fault, Steve. Oh, dog. When you hear it out loud, though, it does sound kind of.
I had to look down. Oh, I'm trying. No, Rick got me, dog.
But these guys, they on, with
just
their
me and
facials,
Terry.
I couldn't hold it, dog. They was
The rest of the
laughing.
crew is mature and on that. Me and Terry, we're not there
Steve
yet.
Rowland
We
power
still
through.
growing. We're work in progress.
God's working on me, though. Oh, man, John, Steve.
But
No, but
But some of the throws, you saying he's able to handle some of those throws.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
big kind of
yeah.
catcher
I
for him.
don't.
He wanted the opportunity to shine. I
But-
give him
but
that.
do y'all
I
think he-
appreciate his heart.
When-
do y'all think he makes contested ones?
Yeah, no, he's too low.
That's what I'm
No,
talking
he's-
about.
Yeah,
that's
what
what
I'm
I
saying.
was talking
No,
about.
he's small. He
I'm
can't
saying
make-
he.
It's straight speed with him. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he gotta have
he
some
can get out there and
separation.
get some of them catches, but
That's what I told.
Slanson.
While they
But
being up
that's
on
what
him
I
and they
was saying a
contested.
couple weeks
Streets,
ago
dog,
with
slants
him,
and
remember?
streaks
I
and
was telling about
screens.
Turk.
Slants, streaks, and
Slants.
bro, you gotta slants.
And running the
screens,
ball in the
and
backfield.
streaks, bro. You gotta let him get past people. Like you said, you gotta throw him open.
Yeah.
You know,
Now, you
contested
can run up-
catches.
now,
You're
you
not
can
going.
throw- you can throw that flag to him,
because he's
man.
not. Because he's not tall. Why would you ever throw him a jump ball? And he don't have the vertical that Brandon Cooks got. You know, Brandon Cooks got a vertical, bro. So, like when you throw him those balls, a lot of times they're gonna get batted away.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just gonna happen, and you need to utilize him in screens, slants,
get him in
and in space. That's the best way to put it out. But you know, in space.
Yeah,
So
cookies.
So was you
not
seeing
bad.
him get a lot of separation yesterday?
you put him in the like. I didn't see nobody get no separation for it.
So is he
But he's not meant to
the
be your
one to
number
make
one.
that
But he's not meant
statement?
But he's not. Yes, because CD's out. So technically, he is our number one receiver. You
no
would say.
Cooks is?
Yeah, but you know,
Cooks,
I'm with it, though.
Cooks ain't produced like
I'm
Turpin
with it,
has
though.
this year.
Cook's still the number one receiver.
I think he led
by
in
reputation-
receiving yesterday.
By reputation, he is. But Turpin has been more productive than Cooks has this season because
That's
of the
only because
injury.
of injury.
I get that, but
But he the voice now.
But
he
it still
said the
is.
right
This
thing.
year, Turpin's voice should be as loud as it is. You
Yeah.
got to respect his voice this year.
I'm with
this
anybody,
season.
and
You
he's
respect
right.
his voice. Yeah.
Man,
you have
throw
to.
it. You got soft.
Right now, he's the most
had-
electrifying player on the team.
But we want him to run the ball, though.
Turp right now is your only threat on the team with CD out.
2?
2-3 years. About 3 years. But he's the only
Yeah,
offensive
and
threat
out of
that
them
you
two,
have.
Pro Bowl.
What other offensive
Special team. Talk special team.
Yeah, that's what he
But
does.
Talk special team.
he is the most dynamic player we have right now with CD out. Turp is.
Yeah,
So
I think-
if you're gonna say if
Well, I
anybody
think
has he's
any-
the number one option right now. Technically, you can put him in the backfield and he's
What
the only receiver.
I'm saying,
and
he
you
was
just-
giving them opportunities, though.
Yeah, but traditionally when we've been running this ball with him, he's not. CD's there too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good option to put in a gadget guy. You know what I'm saying? That's
But
what
I
he
think
is.
any wide
But you gotta
receiver
have
who's
CD out there
playing-
too. You gotta have
I'm
somebody.
saying, well, that's-
I think any wide receiver who's playing wide receiver that night has a legit right to make a comment.
Right.
Because they're just figuring that he's just not throwing the ball. Now, each wide receiver thinks they can make a difference. Oh, yeah, he throw me the ball, I can make a play. That's just how wide receivers
Because
think.
the coach needs to be called out, man. It was good.
That's all.
He needs to be
feel
called
it,
out because
but-
we getting comfortable.
I feel it, but at the same time, all y'all bums. Which one of y'all CD? Y'all
They
do some
calling
good
out a
catches.
bum. I'm with that.
But I'm with that too. I'm with you when you right there.
I'm with all that. I'm like,
Yeah, but
Because they got comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I might-
doing something. They talking Jerry
I
talking
might have-
good about him.
I might
all
have
that
low-
shit.
I might
But
have
still
low
get out of here
seniority.
and don't run it back.
I might have low seniority on this assembly line, but I got the right to gripe to that team leader when shit ain't right too. I mean, just because I ain't been here 10, 8 years.
you
don't
made
mean
the
I
Pro
can't-
Bowl
I'm
as a
doing
picker. You talk about picking stuff.
Well,
When you come
I'm doing
over
the
here at the
same work.
packing side,
I'm saying I'm doing the same
you
work.
got a voice, but we ain't really hearing you,
I'm
little
doing the
dog.
same work.
You know, you pack a little bit. You do
I'm doing the
that.
same work though. Like I'm doing the same work on the assembly line that they doing. I might not be a vet, but I can talk. Like he might not be the
Nobody
vet at
listening.
wide receiver. He might not be, but he's playing wide receiver today. So
I'm
I can
saying-
talk about what he's not doing right now. I'm not,
Outside
not
of-
throwing the ball.
outside of
That's all
CD,
I'm saying. He's just not throwing the ball.
Jalen Tolbert can't say
There's
that.
nobody. Outside of
Jalen
CD,
Brooks
there's
ain't-
nobody.
But outside of CD right now, with
There's
no
nobody.
CD right now, Jalen
Right.
Tolbert can't say shit. Terp can. He's doing.
No.
He's
No, you can't.
He's playing. Look,
I
you
I
put him
just
at
think,
running back.
I just think
You put him at
Larry
running
ain't
back.
got
You
no
put him at wide
talent.
receiver
We
and punt
talking about
returner. He's the
some
most dynamic player we have with
Where you
CD
at
out
right,
right
right.
That might be true. That
Who
might
else
be
is a
true.
threat
Man,
on offense?
draft
That
a
may be true.
receiver.
Who else is a threat every time they get the ball?
You
We
a
supposed
threat
to
with
be talking
CD
about
out
top
there.
tier
But if
players.
you're the number one,
Especially
you're not a
at
threat.
receiver.
Nobody's worried
I
about
just
you.
don't think
Nobody's
it's that big of a
they're-
deal.
They're
I
worried
just
about you on
think he's
special
saying,
teams. When
you
they're
know,
doing the
dude's not
game
throwing the ball
planning,
today.
and they
That's
say
all I think it
Turpin,
is.
we're
Pretty
not
much
gonna
all
punt the
it
ball
is.
to him. We're gonna keep his kick away
But you
from
also
him.
know in
When
the-
they talking offense, we'll live with
Nah,
this slant.
bro. But the thing is,
We'll
you
live
know
with that
what?
slant. We
but
gotta
you
worry about
know
CD over here.
He's capable of taking it to the house every time he touches the ball. If he could, like, it's not no, it's if you miss,
he got,
if he gets
two?
to the second level, he's gone.
What, he got, two?
But he's broke a few too.
What, he
He's
got,
broke
two?
a few. What, 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Well, that really ain't even the point, though. It's just the point.
It's week 17.
He just commented
How
on
many
the fact that
touchdowns
he
everybody
just
else
don't
got?
feel like they were
That's what I
throwing
said.
the ball.
Nobody
Basically
gets to
simple.
talk.
But
It ain't
All
really a
y'all
big
shut
deal.
up, man.
Second-
If the man scared to run the ball, which he was a coward, scared to throw the ball and he just wanted to run the ball, he quit.
But I also
The team quit. He seen Cooper Rush didn't have it. My man threw a pick 6 the first quarter. He threw another pick. He seen his other star tight end fumble. It ain't it. Let's run this ball and get out of here. He tucked his tail and ran.
I mean, he did, but at the same time, I look at it as like on the backside of what you're saying. When Turpin says that, I interpret
Man,
it a
who
little
are you, little
different.
buddy?
I interpret it as you don't trust us because CD's out.
I don't.
That's
and
the
I'm
way-
not the coach.
and that's
I
the
don't
way-
trust y'all
so
with
that's why you
CDL.
went away from running. Instead
I
of
don't
saying,
trust
why don't
you. I'm
Right.
over here in
CDL.
Louisville, Kentucky, not trusting y'all with CDL.
Right.
And I seen nothing in that game that changed
That's all
that.
he was
You
saying.
don't trust
though.
him. That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. It's
That's
like
what we was
now all
saying.
of a sudden you
That's
want
what we
Okay,
saying.
well,
That's what we
well,
saying.
well, well,
Any wide receiver
Any
to
wide
play in that
receiver.
game.
Yeah, well,
just
yeah.
comment,
Like
no.
he said that.
Just comment,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
throwing us the ball.
Yeah,
We
well,
know
Trump-
you lower tier. We
Yeah,
know that's why
yeah.
they ain't throwing the
But
ball.
still,
What you gonna do?
Okay,
You know
my
what I
bad,
mean?
my bad.
Yeah.
And I agree with it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just-
I agree with it.
You ain't throwing it. And if I'm
They
the,
ain't
if I'm
throwing
the
the
number
ball.
one,
Yeah.
if I'm the
They
number
ain't
one that
throwing the
night,
ball
I can
to
still
you.
talk.
You're not the number one that night.
Who was the number one? We have
Cooks
no
was the number one that night. That's why they came out
But
throwing
that's
it
why-
to
that's why I
Cooks.
told
That's
you,
why he
Terry.
got 3 touches in the first 2 drives.
Hey, Terry.
They
And
came
Yeah,
out
Cooks had 52 yards,
that's why I
4
told you.
receptions.
4 receptions, 52 yards.
That's
Cooks
why I
was the
told
number
you it didn't
one.
matter.
I don't see Cooks.
It didn't
I
matter
don't
if I'm
see
the number
Cooks.
4
3.
for 52.
But it don't matter if I'm the number 3. And my point is, if you got wide receivers out there and you're not throwing the ball, they're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not getting the ball," because they feel like they can make something happen.
can make something
Man,
They
y'all-
just feel like they.
y'all
it's
can't-
true.
y'all don't.
They're
Y'all
not
don't.
throwing the ball because
But you know,
you're
Turbo-
nobody.
Y'all
in
don't.
the backfield, when we
None
put
of y'all
Turbo-
making nothing happen, man.
You can't cause any mismatches.
Y'all
There's
whole
no-
point, y'all get loose with CD out there when he's getting double and triple teamed, and y'all got all these mismatches.
Bingo.
Now that he's
Bingo.
out here in this
Bingo.
man-on-man, one-on-one,
Now-
I don't trust y'all.
Now you be the
I
one.
don't
you
trust
be the
y'all,
one of the
let
two.
alone
It's a lot
McCarthy.
different. Yeah.
But it could be also too the fact that you don't trust your quarterback with them too, because those players.
I don't.
If you gave
I
Andy
don't.
Reid, if
I
you
seen
gave
what he
Andy Reid-
did. I
if you
seen what he
gave- exactly. So is it the quarterback? Because the thing is,
No,
like,
it's
I
I
more
don't
don't
than-
trust y'all as
it's
a
more-
record
you
label
don't
Y
see-
unit.
you don't
That's
see-
what he
more than that.
said, man.
So you don't see Andy Reid. You don't think Andy Reid could take it? You don't think a good coach? So Andy Reid again. You don't think he could take his offense offense and make something of the players.
Well,
that we have.
here's Terry, the difference is.
You don't see a good coach utilizing these players and running the right plays.
No.
Okay.
Not with who we got with Cooper Rush and them? No.
Okay.
Terry,
No.
when you're a receiver,
No.
When you're a receiver and you're getting,
Belichick would have made it work.
if you're a receiver and you're getting
He ain't
3
made
or
it work
4,
without Brady.
if you're a receiver and you're getting 3 or 4 targets a game,
Who was the what year?
That's
Tom
it.
Man,
got
that's what
hurt?
I'm saying. Cooper
What
Rush
year
is
was it when
them.
Tom got hurt?
Man,
Who
Cooper
came in when
Rush
Tom
is
got hurt?
them.
Who
had
they make the playoffs with when Tom got hurt? Oh, they lost. They had a winning record and
But-
they lost out. Who was
They
it?
had that winning record and
And when Tom got hurt,
they lost.
they didn't make the playoffs because they got tied that year. But they were in.
They lost, and their defense was
they
still.
were like 10
Their
and 6.
defense was still strong.
That defense was still
The
strong.
defense of special teams was still strong.
But you can take this team.
So
that's
if
not
you can
weak,
get
bro.
somebody to make the defense strong, then yeah. But you're not going to find no coach out there that's going to bring Cooper Rush, Brandon Cooks, and Turpin and run off and do some things. No,
But you still
no,
got. But you
no.
still got Dowdle. You still got Dowdle. And the defense.
That's why he was running the ball.
That's
why he.
Jerry,
That's
you're
what I'm
talking,
saying. That's
you're
why he
talking
was
about
running the ball.
guys.
But this team
You're talking
ain't
about
weak.
guys
It
that's
shouldn't be
getting
getting beat by 40.
You should not be getting beat by 40.
4 targets a
But you
game.
would not be putting up 40. You need
4
some.
targets
Your
a
defense
game.
need to be better.
We had it early in the game. We were there and we were competitive early in the game, and that's why I say this
we
team
threw a
is not
pick
weak.
six and a
We're not well coached. We're not well coached.
Look, man,
We're
you
not
talking
well
about
coached, so if I'm
guys
Turpin,
who's
I'm
getting
looking
3
at
or
it like I
4
can get it.
targets a game. Even when Dak was out there, them guys wasn't getting no more than 4 targets a game. You can't get a guy that go from 4 targets a game to 10 or 11, where he has to be your number 1 and number 2 against a number 1 and number 2 DB that he doesn't see on a regular, and expect for him to get 10 or 11 targets a game and do something.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, no.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not about Cooper or anybody else. It's about they don't get enough routes and targets. It doesn't matter if it's Cooper or it's Dak. You can't increase their targets by 9 or 10 against a number 1 DB or number 2 DB, somebody they don't see at all. Turpin don't see none of these guys on a regular.
But you don't have to. But that's
You
the
can't
thing.
go to him
One
10
day-
11
one
times.
day
I'm not saying
DBs,
go to him
rookies,
10 or
though.
11 times. I'm not telling you to go to him
Yes,
10 or
2 or
11
3.
times. I'm
And
not
I was
saying
slaying.
that. Like, who wants to go to Turpin 10 times? I'm not saying even with
One of them rookies is
even
Two
with
of them. Both
even
of them,
with
man.
yeah,
Both of
they got Dijon and the other one.
John has been player of the week.
So is all.
I mean, these ain't no regular.
But at the same time, I'm not asking Turpin to get 9.
I agree
10,
with you, but
9, 10
still.
attempts, targets right now though. I wouldn't ask him with CD. I wouldn't think you should have to use him again. Spread the ball around. Move. Use the weapons.
But if you
quarterback
don't-
that threw a pick 6, another interception, and
Check this
your
out.
tight end and fumble.
He been
you have
killing
no
play.
faith in your running game right now.
I've been watching Rush, and he's been killing shit for the last 2 weeks.
check
He's been
this out.
it looks like he's had a little bit more freedom these last few
But
weeks.
check this out, though.
And
He
been
gets
throwing the
timid
ball.
against Philly
How
for
many
some
times has he
reason.
been throwing the ball game?
he's been killing shit at that line. He's been making a lot of adjustments at that line.
No, how many times he been throwing the ball game?
Playing bum.
No, I'm saying
Who,
I think he's got
Rush?
a little
Cooper
more.
Rush, how many times?
About
has he been-
30.
30, 40 times a game he's throwing the ball.
That's too much.
You don't take CD out.
too much.
Who's getting those targets, Terry?
I think-
they have to get 9, 10 targets a game. They have to get them.
My
Who's getting those
question
targets?
is, 3rd and 1, why would you target Mingo on a deep route?
Why would you even throw it on a deep route?
Why would you call that play? Why ain't the play designed for something smaller?
Reminiscent of,
It's
that's
a
all
tight
play.
end.
And you missed him.
And speaking of that, tight ends, Jake Fergie, man. What we going to do with him?
Put Scooney in. Ever since that concussion, man, my man been a little cloudy out there, man, for real. Yeah, forecast is definitely cloudy.
Before that, but yeah, like since then it really, I don't know.
Put
The
it-
offense, I think.
Put it
I
in
don't know.
Scooney.
But
So we cool with Scooney now? We going to move to
With
Scooney.
Cooper Rush, I am. I mean, they just got that backup chemistry. They've been playing the second string all year.
Schoon showed what he can do, man, in this level early, and
So we already ready to dismiss Jake, though?
Oh, you mean? I thought you
Wow,
talking about this
man.
year.
I was sitting listening.
I thought you talking about this year.
That was quick.
No, I
Nah,
thought
they
we
got
talking about
to
this year.
earn
Fergie.
it. They got to earn it.
I'm cool with Fergie
I
coming
think
back
it's
next
up.
year.
Okay.
I'm cool with Fergie coming back next year.
Make it tight in one spot up in there, go earn it.
I fucks with Fergie strong, so I'm cool with with him coming back. I ain't. Yeah, let Fergie eat, man.
Yeah, let him earn that spot number 1.
Yeah, let him
Find a little
compete.
competition and it makes you better.
So with
Might
this,
need a little competition.
Got
You know what I'm
28,
saying?
35, 30, 31,
Who we talking about? Who we
pass
you saying who?
Cooper Rush.
Say it again. 28.
He's got the last 4 or 5, 28 pass attempts, 35, 29, 31, 36.
so he's probably averaging around 30.
So Without CD in the game,
Just too much.
That's at least 8 per wide receiver, 7 per. We don't throw to the running backs enough.
Look at the reception.
That just shows you what we've been saying
Pull up the stats.
about
Where are they going? We
CD.
threw it 36
He's
times.
been
Where was they
carrying
going?
us.
I was
We still threw it the same amount though. But that's why I said, where did the receptions go? And it tells you how it broke down.
Mingo got 2 and 3 attempts instead of
Right.
1 every other game.
We didn't weigh that in missing out on CD though. We thought we were just gonna pick up as usual without CD out there, and we really had no evidence to show us that we could do that for real. Besides, the last quarter of the Tampa game or whatever.
We have
CD, we knew he was carrying us, man.
Yeah, but we haven't been we have no depth anyway. We've been we've always been one injury away for the past few years. You know what I mean? It's always 1 or 2 that happen, and then it's a trickle down. You know what I mean? That's been the story every year. It's either somebody's out for a little bit of time, that does affect us. We don't have the depth in our bench to be losing players to injury. We just don't have that. Because
a lot of teams can say that though, and they be doing all right.
Yeah, but that comes down to coaching and a lot of times development. So a lot of our draft picks a lot of times have to come in and play immediately. You know what I mean? So they get put into the position of starter a lot of times that you don't expect. And with that said, that doesn't leave the whole.
That's the way of the league, though.
It does, but it seems like we have to do it an awful lot. The fact that we're down to 8 DBs this year. We've been through 8 DBs this year. That tells you players are getting put in the game.
OG warned us.
OG warned us.
Yeah, we're 1 injury away, and then we see it. We're 1 injury away.
But we was 3.
Right.
Yeah. But that tells you, so think of it. If you're coming in, if you're drafting 4 starters, that means you really don't have that depth unless you get it in free agency or trade.
I'm just
because
saying,
if they're coming in and starting, you need them.
With the DBs,
so who's
man,
backing them up?
We did ourselves no justice with that.
Who's backing the guys that's coming in and starting immediately up?
With the DBs, we set ourselves up. Gilly was available throughout the preseason and everything. We knew Bland was hurt. They knew more than what they let on as how significant it was. So if you already know you're down 1, the chance of another one going down could happen. We should have been better prepared. You came out with all these 20s numbers outside of 26, 25, 27, 28. Trash. Yeah. Took the cheap route. We took the cheap route, and we shouldn't. We have to.
What's crazy?
Get what you pay for.
We get what we pay for.
A lot of these teams are playing with the mindset of want. We have a mindset of need at all time. Everything that we get, we need.
Right.
A lot of these teams are already better. A lot of these teams are good, playing from a good position, and they want this guy to make their team better.
So you got to be bold in the offseason, like the Rams, like the Eagles did, like the Bills did, like the
Baltimore
Ravens did.
Yeah, but they're playing in
all the
teams.
Are we going to be bold in the offseason?
It's not even that. I was like, we need the players that we have to have. These guys are going to be the players that they want. They were already straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I just want this guy to give us another edge on this other contender over here. Every player that we get is filling a need. You know what I'm saying? Those teams have already grown. They're already solid, and they're making moves.
They had needs. Them teams had needs, and they filled them.
Right.
Baltimore needed a running back. They needed to take that pressure on the run game off Lamar, and they went and got that.
Did Jerry's face lush enough?
Philly needed that.
Do our ownership got enough dog in them to do it?
No.
That's what I asked you,
So
right?
it ain't about intelligence. It's about dogs.
That's what I asked you, right?
They don't have none.
That's why I just asked you.
Go nuts, because they got baby.
Kansas City had a need.
Because we show we can be intelligent on draft picks.
The teams is going to all the top teams is making moves. They went Kansas City 2 times Super Bowl champions had a injury. They went and got Hopkins.
Right.
That's huge, man.
Right.
All the top
we couldn't even let this season play out.
Already top teams.
That's why they're top teams. That's why they're not falling down. Because they have injuries and they are plugging it in.
They're still good. They're losing, and they're still good, but they're still adding to what
they're still adding to what they're doing.
But that's
you
a position.
Get complacent because you got one guy in one position. No,
what I'm saying
is
that we're not.
You got to build competition in all.
It's like in college, Alabama got stacked versus a smaller D1 school that's good, but they might not be stacked at each position.
Yeah, but my thing is again, when the good is getting better, we're at a position where we're trying to get good. You get what I'm saying? Like,
But we done been good and didn't get better. We was good and didn't get better. We was 12-5 and
we was trying to get over the hump when we let go Jason Gurd.
Again, so now we're in a position of need. Everybody
Amari
comes in, we
Cooper,
really
got
need this
CeeDee
guy.
Lamb and got rid of Amari
We
Cooper.
weren't winning with
You always in a position of need.
Real. That's
Well,
real.
I guess.
But you
I'm
know
trying to find a
what?
better way
If
to
y'all
put
ain't
it.
catch what
But-
Steve just said, that was real
What's
talk.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We had Amari Cooper, got CeeDee Lamb, got rid of Amari Cooper, and re-signed Michael Gallup.
Boom. That's the Cowboys right
That's
there.
the way they play.
That's how the good stay good and the mediocre stay mediocre. Them kind of moves, man.
And we could have been good and getting better, but instead, we still trying to get good. And
It's the business mindset.
yeah.
The Rams
Buy
got
low.
Kyron Williams. They still
But you
got
know what,
third-round
though?
running back.
They still
You
got
gotta-
the, off the championship. The
You gotta
the
want
MVP of the
You
championship
gotta want to
being
get
under
good,
Karan.
Terry.
But we're not. No,
Terry,
bro.
you gotta want to get good. You
Yeah,
got, I mean,
when
you
you look at
see
that team, you
everybody
don't think
else.
Super Bowl now,
You
look
see
at the roster.
everybody else making moves.
You used to be on paper, we were better than a lot of teams.
You see
on paper.
everybody else
For a
making
long
moves.
time.
And we kept
We no
subtracting
longer-
and
everybody
getting
else
that
in
We're
the
ass.
no
free
longer no
agency.
better. Looking on paper, we're no
Bottom
longer better than a
line
lot of teams
is
on
you
paper.
have
We're
to
weak-
want
we're
to
weaker
get
than
good.
most teams.
Period. You gotta want to get good.
We're at the bottom of the talent pool.
On
teams.
talent, like when you look on
Yes,
paper,
I agree with that.
On paper, we used to come into games and be like, why are we losing to these teams? Because on paper, we're better. We're no longer on paper better than anybody
I agree.
else. And
I
that's
agree
what
with
I'm
that
saying.
100%.
That's what I say when
I
I
agree
say
with that 100%.
getting better,
Yeah.
getting.
But that's
these
our
teams
fault.
good,
That's
getting
what
better.
they.
We're
That's
no
what they're
longer-
saying.
Yes, we
It's
have
the-
so many
when we
needs.
was good, we didn't add to get better. We subtracted. We
Yeah.
let people go and let people go and let people go, and we didn't add. The other teams, when they were good
They
at
already
12-5,
good on paper, yeah.
they're still adding pieces. Like Steve just said, the Rams had Kyron Williams and still went and drafted Corn. Yeah, it's just power moves that teams is making that we just.
Atlanta had Kirk Cousins and went and drafted.
Penix.
Yeah.
So when Kirk didn't mess up, they slid Penix
gotta
in and
wanna-
still
you
fighting for the
gotta wanna
playoff
be
spot.
good.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah, made the right decision.
You gotta
We
wanna
going
be
and
good, man.
spending a 4th round pick on Mingo.
It's because we're business minded.
That was all.
We're trying to
And down
buy
there
low
raising money for Calipari
to make
and
plenty of
Arkansas.
profit.
You know, me and Bert Powell struggling and crying and shit. Steven and Jerry, they going back and forth.
Whose side you take?
I don't like none of them.
That's my guy.
When Jerry got soft, Steven and bullied him. I believe when he jacked you up, your son jacked you up, threw you against the wall, told you don't get mad there. I believe you, Jerry. You let him yoke you up. You got soft.
I'm glad he did that though.
Yeah, glad, but man, it changed him completely.
Jerry was
He
big for
ain't
nothing.
went and got nobody wild but Trey Lance. It's because he gave up a 4th round pick. He did old nursing home moves.
How big is
So
Jerry?
before we end it, does Trey Lance play in this next game?
He did an old man move. Yeah, I peed on the floor
he
now.
came through.
Watch.
Let me see.
Right, Jerry
He's-
6'5"?
Jerry big.
Man,
I didn't know
Jerry
Jerry was
soft.
6'5". I didn't know Jerry was 6'5". Ain't no way Jerry 6'5". Now, he don't look 6'5", but no, ain't no way.
Man, how tall is Jerry?
6'3" though.
Jerry, Jerry, man, you getting yanked up by his son, man.
Man, he's
Ah,
soft.
man, you little
see
bitty
he
guy. He's
changed
6
right
feet.
before I
6
had
foot
him.
even. That's what I'm about to say. Ain't no way Jerry was 6'5".
But
I'm
damn,
about
man,
to say, though.
when we was at the Cincinnati game, and he came through. He looked taller than mine.
Man,
He
I'm
came
saying,
through.
like,
He might
If I
be.
came through and did that to us.
Oh, Jerry, no neck. I'm glad you're over looking.
So with the first pick, we sitting at 13 right now. What's y'all position that y'all taking?
BPA.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm wide receiver.
BPA.
If wide receiver, I mean, at this point, what's it, like? As long as it helps something. You know, you can't get another development.
I always just say I always go BPA because when we grabbed Michael, we was not going for a linebacker, but that was the best player available. We needed something else, and we grabbed that, and that worked. So I always look to the BPA for mine's best player available. But at the same time, that little hidden gem Dre just dropped on us before we started this podcast in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Kyron Lacey out of NFL LSU.
Yeah. So before the podcast started, I told him, man, I don't care. I just want to receive out of LSU. LSU's receivers is they doing things. They making moves. You got Neighbors. You got Robinson. You got Chase. You got Jefferson. I'm like, whoever's the next receiver out of LSU, I want. And then he just dropped that gem with Lacey. I'm like, yeah, I can do it. I can. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the big board, like 92, around 92 pick or whatever.
So if he's
6'2", 218.
So with him in your mind, do you go like a defense and then come back and grab dude? Or do you just want to grab a receiver first and then worry about what we worry about later?
So if T-Mac ain't available, that's what you're saying in the first round?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go best available at that point. Abdul Carter. Maybe the running back. Maybe the running back, Ashton. But I like Caleb too out of Iowa. I like him too, so he might be second or third. Second
Is that
round.
the running back?
Running back. Yeah, I think I want to know. I want to go offense, man. I want to go offense.
I want defense.
Because our offense is, Dak needs help, man. Like, our defense can show, like, we can show that we can, if we go out and get some free agent and target our needs as far as defense go, we've shown as a defense sometimes that we can hold it for the offense, and then the offense just don't do nothing for us. Mm-hmm. So I think, especially with Dak coming back, we need something that's going to support him. Like I've been saying, the 2014 Romo years, the 2016 Dak year, we need to focus more on running the ball and putting stuff around him so he don't get big, wide-eyed in pressure situations.
I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm disagreeing with what you're saying. And not saying that what you're saying is wrong. Just from my aspect, I see that we need the defense to hold and play mean ball. We just give up too many 40 burgers. We give up more 40 burgers than everybody else. It might be a fact that the offense is going 3 and out enough and turning the ball over and getting the defense.
But that plays
that's what I'm saying. I know that might play a part of it. That the offense is not doing their job in helping them, but at the same time, we bend and break. We're not a bend, don't. We bend and break. When we start bending, we snap and we get manhandled. I'm tired of giving up 40 burgers. If we got to win some of these games, 13-16, and start focusing on some other stuff, I just.
But with an offense, what do you expect out of a defense that gives up? With an offense that is giving up 4 turnovers.
Like I said, I agree with what you're saying. I agree, but
so what will a defense do in those moments?
I need a strong defense and win 3-0. Take the 5. I just seen somebody have 5 turnovers and win the game. I've seen that twice this year. We can't do that. We don't have that. We don't have that. I want to see start getting some turnovers on our own. Stop getting beat up. We get bullied. We get bullied. We get manhandled. Teams that want to run the ball is physical, and their mindset is we're going to run the ball. Our D-line get pushed back 3 and 4 yards. We get physically beat up. Our star defensive player might not get heard from a half. You can't take him at the game. So I don't know if he's getting beat up and getting bullied to where he's not playing, or whoever's on the other side is not stepping up. You know, we ain't got D-Law. I just want some defense. I just want defense. I want some mean, ugly, dirty, rough defense.
Some dogs out there.
Yeah, some dogs.
Yeah, I heard Crew, Rick.
Yeah, I just want dogs. Because my bad, Dre, real quick. Because the players that we got on both sides of the ball seems like a reflection of the coach. And outside of you take CD, outside of J. Lou, we got some dogs out there.
Demo,
but outside, they're very far in between. The rest of them is taking after our coach. I want a coach that's going to come in and demand and play physical, tough-nosed ball. I don't want to sell tickets. I don't want to put up 30 and 40 every game and still losing because we get the other teams putting up 30 and 40. I'm tired of that. I want to be a reflection of the fans. The fans is tough. The fans, shout out to all the rest of the fans out there, man, all the Cowboy fans, because I know how tough it is. I know how hard it is. I know the ridicule. I know the social media abuse we take. I know the pointing the fingers, the laughing that we take, and we still sit there with our Cowboy stuff on and our chests up, held out, poked out, and our heads up high. That's the way I wish our team played. I wish our team played like the fans carry themselves because, to be honest, they really don't deserve us. They really, really don't.
Enough said, and that's Cowboys Raw Uncut. Crew out.